Good morning, students. Welcome back in this video class. The last video we had discussed regarding the data frame, the characteristics of the data frame and the different ways to create the data frame object. This data frame is actually a data structure of Python pandas. There were two data structure of Python pandas. First was series and the second is data frame. So we had started already the data frame and we had seen already the characteristics and the different ways. Once again I want to recall the different ways for creating the data frame. So in front of your screen you can see that we can create a data frame object by passing the data in many different ways, such as two-dimensional dictionaries, two-dimensional ND arrays, series type of object, and the fourth one is another data frame object. These four ways are actually the data which will be provided or passed to the data frame object for creating the data frame. That means when we are going to create the data frame, we will use the data frame function, and under this function we will provide the arguments, or in technical terms we can say that we can pass the data. So this data can be the different ways, the different four ways. The data can be a two-dimensional dictionary, the data can be a two-dimensional array, the data can be a series type of object, or it can be another data frame object. So these four ways are used for creating a data frame. So here in this video we will see one by one the creation of the data frame in the form of slides, which you will note down in your copy, and at the same time we will see the program script, how it will be done in Python. Ideally, when you are going to create the data frame, how it will be written. So the four ways we will discuss one by one. So let us move on to the next slide, which is creating a data frame from 2D dictionary. This is the first way for creating the data frame. So when we are going to create the data frame from 2D dictionary, you need to learn, you need to understand what is two-dimensional dictionary. A two-dimensional dictionary is a dictionary having items as items of the dictionary is key as well as value, that you are already aware of it. The dictionary's elements or items are key as well as its value. Key and value will be separated with a colon. So a 2D dictionary or two-dimensional dictionary is a dictionary having items as key value, where the value part, that means after the colon, the things which you will write is known as the value. So the value part consists of either list or ND arrays or another dictionary or a series object. So the value of the dictionary can be a list, it can be a dictionary, it can be a series object, or it can be an array. Therefore, the sub part of this part, that is creating a data frame from 2D dictionary, is the sub part, or you can say the sub option is creating a data frame from 2D dictionary having values as list. Here you have seen the value part consists of either a list. So here we are going to create a data frame using 2D dictionaries, where the value part of 2D dictionary will be the list, or it can be an array. So one by one we will see if it will be the list, how it will be written, and if it will be the array, how the programming will be done. So 2D dictionaries having values, when you are going to create the data frame with the help of 2D dictionary, then 2D dictionary's value can consist of either a list or nd arrays. Here it will be or, not of. So you will write the correct one, that is or. So it either a list or nd arrays, and passing such a 2D dictionary to data frame will create a data frame object. That means when you will pass the 2D dictionaries where value part consists of a list, then the data frame object will be created. So let us see through the example how it will be done. So you can see here in the example that one dictionary is created. What is the name of the dictionary? The name of the dictionary is dict. And you are already aware that the dictionary elements or items will be placed under the curly bracket. So everything is written inside this curly bracket. This curly bracket starts here and ends over here. And this dictionary contains the keys. Dict contains the keys. And which are the keys? Here the keys are country. Then what about these all things? These all things are the values. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the values of the country. So this is the key and this whole is the value. Clear? The second key is the population. Second key of the dictionary dict is population, and these all are the keys. So these all are the values. So country is the key, these all are the values. Population is the key, and these all are these respective values. Birth rate is the key, and these are the values, and update date is the key, and these are the different values. So just an example, I have taken here this type of value, and the name of the dictionary is dict. Once again, the dictionary contains the key value pair. So key is dictionary, population, birth rate and update date, and the values are India, United States, Indonesia and Brazil. These values are the values of which key? These values are the values for country keys. Populations is the name of the key. These are the value. Birth rate is the key. These are the different value, and update date is the key, and these are the different value. And you can notice here that all the values are the list type, means it is placed under the square bracket. So when the values are stored under the square bracket, it is considered as the list. So here we are going to create a data frame from a 2D dictionary, and the dictionary's values are the list. So here this is the dictionary values, and which are the list. Dictionary's value. How many values are there? Altogether there are 4 keys. So there are 4 different values, and these 4 different values are under the square bracket. So it considered as a list. And this is the important line regarding how to create the data frame. So as you are aware that PD is the namespace of the pandas. So we had already written import pandas as PD. So here if you are not writing the namespace or any alias name, you can write the namespace as directly. You can use the pandas without the namespace, or if you are using the namespace, that namespace you will be writing here as PD. So here DTFR is the short name for data frame. So this DTFR is the name of the variable which stores the value of the data frame. That means through this code pd.dataframe, through this script, the data frame is creating with the help of 2D dictionary. So here the value passed. Which value I have passed here? The dict value. And dict is what? The dictionary. So here data frame is the name of the function for creating the data frame. As you have used series series were the name of the function for creating the series, and here data frame is the name of the function for creating the data frame. So the name of the data frame object equal to pd dot data frame, and inside this function of the data frame you will provide the argument, or you will pass the data. And what data I am providing here, what data I am passing here? The dict one, that is a dictionary. So the 2D dictionary I am passing over here as an argument of this data frame. Okay, so this is the explanation that what is going on here. First we have created the dictionary. The dictionary's values are the list values, and that dictionary is passed as an argument or passed as a data of data frame for creating the data frame. How you will recognize or identify the data frame is created? Yes, you will recognize it through this data frame, and as usual the data frame D and F must be in capital letter, and this data frame is the name of the function of pandas, so you will write here pandas as a name of the library. Clear? So the above created data frame DTFR is the name of the data frame. So the above created DTFR has its index. When you will see the output, then its index will be assigned automatically 0 onwards, means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like series object. Clear? That means this country, population, birth rate, update date will be considered as the columns of the data frame, and its rows index will be represented through 0, 1, 2, 3 by default. Okay, and later on you can change the index of the data frame. So we can change or specify our own indexes by specifying a sequence by the index argument in the data frame function, such as, that means if you want to change or modify the index or the row index of data frame, then you can use this index parameter. You can use this index parameter of data frame, and you will write the index in the form of this list. Again you will provide the name is in the sequence or in the form of the list. So in place of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever will be the name of the rows, that will now be changed with A, B, C, D. So this whole thing what we are watching here will be used programmatically just after the completion of this first point. This first point is the creation of the data frame through 2D dictionary. Okay, so which code you want to write, what you need to write programmatically, starting from here till here, and afterwards you will see the output. You will see the output in the form of rows and column, because data frame structure is like a 2D array type of structure, and series structures were 1D array. So here it will display the rows as well as column. The rows by default will be indexed as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the column will be what the keys you have used in the dictionary, that will be coming as the column of the data frame. Okay, so in this way the data frame will be created. You have to know about the creation of the data frame using this very command, like the data frame object, then equal to, then pd dot data frame, where D and F must be written in capital, and inside this bracket you will pass the dictionary, because this data frame we are going to create is through the help of 2D dictionary. So we have passed the dictionary. So dictionary, before passing the dictionary should be created already, then only it will accept, otherwise this line will produce error. If dict is not available, obviously it will produce the error. So by default the indexes or the row index will display as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Later on, or if you want to modify it, if you want to change it, then you can change it through the index parameter of data frame, as I have written here. So this is how to create the data frame using 2D dictionary, where the dictionaries where the dictionary values are list. Next we will see The creating of data frame from 2D dictionary having values as dictionary object. That means the previously just now what we have learned where the 2D dictionary values in terms of list, but here when the 2D dictionary's value will be considered as the dictionary object itself. We are creating the data frame through 2D dictionaries where will be the value will be the dictionary itself. If it will be like that, and how it will be created. So we can create a data frame object using 2D dictionary object. For example, we have created the dictionary here where in the earlier case when the name was dict, it was keys was the country, the update date and all 4 keys were there. Under this particular dict1 dictionary only 2 keys are here, sales and marketing, and the sales and marketing are the keys and its sales values are considered as here name Nitin, age 23, gender M. Again this whole is the dictionary, and in earlier cases the values were the list, and here in this case the values of the dict are the dictionary object. Name, the values are Nitin, age key, the value is 23, gender is the key, the value is M. So it is a 2D dictionary. So the first key is sales, and in this sales key you have the values starting from here till here, and this again the value is again a dictionary, and in this dictionary you have 1, 2, 3 keys and 3 supported or respective values. Name is the key, Nitin is the value, age is the key, 23 is the value, gender is the key, M is the value, sales is the key and the whole is the value, marketing is the key and this whole is the value. Again name, age, gender is the values for marketing key. Marketing is the key and the values are again itself is a dictionary as we have seen here. So altogether you can say that dict1 is the name of the dictionary, and this dictionary contains 2 keys, and these 2 keys values are the dictionary itself. So this sales marketing comes under the outer dictionary index, and inner dictionary's keys are name, age, gender. Sales and marketings are the keys of outer dictionary, and name, age, gender are the keys of inner dictionary. In both the keys are same. In both the keys value the keys are same. Here also the name, here also age, and gender. So here we have created one dictionary, outer as well as inner. The outer dictionary keys are sales and marketing, and the inner keys dictionaries are name, age and gender. And Nitin 23M, Neha 24F are the values of these keys. So after creating the dictionary, now we can create a data frame by passing this dictionary. The dictionary which we have created, that dictionary we will pass it as an argument. In the same way as we did, DTFR is the name of the data frame, PD.DataFrame dict1. In earlier case, the name of the dictionary was dict only. This time we have created the dict1. So dict1 we have written here. So this time the keys, this is the very important line. This time the keys of inner dictionaries, what I have mentioned in the highlighted color, that is the important thing regarding the data frame. So this time the keys of inner dictionary make the indexes, and the keys of outer dictionaries make the column. Don't confuse what is indexes. In the last video I have told row index or the rows are termed as indexes, and the columns of the data frame will be termed as column itself. So you can see here keys of inner dictionary. Which are the keys of inner dictionary? Yes, this name, age, gender. Name, age, gender. These will become the indexes of the data frame. That means the rows of the data frame, the row index or row number of the data frame, and the keys of outer dictionary. Outer dictionary's keys are sales and marketing. This will become the columns of the dictionary. So what we have learned here in point number 1, A and B, this is the B and earlier was A. Whole script we will see if it will be written in Python ideally, what output or how the output will come. So let us move to see the output of this very script. Now you can see here the first ways for creating the data frame is creating data frame from 2D dictionary having values as list. So how I have written here the same example I took here. Import pandas as PD. This is the important one because we are using the data frame. So you need to import these pandas. We have created the dictionary as dict equal to country India, US, Indonesia, Brazil. Country, population, birth rate, update date is the keys of this dictionary dict, and India, US, Indonesia, Brazil, these all are the values of this key country. Means country is the key and India, US, Indonesia, Brazil is the values, and this value is written as list. So here you have written having values as list. So these values of keys are in the term of list. How you will recognize this is a list? Because the values are placed under the square bracket. Clear? Second key is population. The values are placed under this. So this is the India's population. US you can say like that. And birth rate 14.00, 13.82 and so on. And update date, again all the values of update date are given under the square bracket. That is, it is also a list. So you can see here in this dictionary 4 keys and 4 different values, and these values of the dictionaries are considered as list. So what I have written as a comment line, now I think it is clear to you. Now we have created the data frame. The data frame is creating here. This very statement is for creating the data frame. DTFR is the name of the data frame. PD.DataFrame dict. Dict I have passed as an argument. So I have mentioned here as a comment that dictionary is passed as argument of data frame. What is the name of the dictionary? Dictionary name is dict. Clear? Then we have taken the output for DTFR. Okay. And again one more print is given if I want to change, because by default here the row index will be coming as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I want to change or specify another index, then we can use the index argument here, as I have told in slides that if you want to change the index you can write the another index inside this index argument, but you have to make sure that each values must be written under the square bracket. So here comment line indexes modified. What was the previous indexes? The previous index for the country is 0. For the 4 rows will be created, 1, 2, 3, 4, and these 4 indexes will be having 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 by default. But I want to change it, so I have changed it with ABCD. So 2 output you will be getting. One is the default row index and another one is ABCD index. Okay, and again I have taken the output for DTFR, which is actually a data frame. So 2 data frame is created here. One is here where the row index will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 by default, and the another data frame I have created here, and here the index will be ABCD. Rest of the things will be same, means the column will be, all the keys will display as the name of the column of the data frame. So you execute it and you see what output is coming here. So you can see the output as country, population, birth rate, updated. Actually this is the key, so this keys will return as a column of the data frame. So this is the first column, country, population is the second one, birth rate is the third one, and update date is the fourth column, and you can see the row index by default 0 1 2 3 has come. 4 rows are there because they are for each keys there are 4 items or 4 elements. So the alignment is not coming in a proper way because of this characters, number of characters used in the country. India is having 5 characters, it is US is only the 2 character, Indonesia 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 characters. So the value is shifted right here. This is not the problem. The problem is that how the output will be coming, and if the questions will be there, how you will write the output. This is the important thing which you need to know. So here this is the first, starting from here till here is the output 4. This one, pd.data frame dict. Dictionary is passed as argument of the data frame. By default 0 1 2 3 4 is coming as a row index or simply the indexes, and the column has come country, population, birth rate, update date as the name of the keys of the dictionary. So 2 things you have to clear in your mind, that when you will pass the dictionary for creating the data frame, the keys of the dictionary will become the columns, and if explicitly index is not provided, and by default index label or indexes will be coming, or row indexes will be coming as 0 1 2 3 as you can see here. And the second one, the second output here, specifying our own index using index parameter. This output is coming because I have written specifying our own index using index parameter. And here you can see pd.data frame dict index abcd. So this, the second print n dtfr will be coming as, here you can see the indexes has changed now, abcd, and rest of the thing is same. Country, population, birth rate, update is the name of the column, only the indexes have change because I have written the indexes explicitly here, index equal to abcd. In the earlier case I have not written anything, simply we have passed one argument, say dict, and here along with dict I have passed the index arguments so that I can change the indexes or the row level of the data frame. So only the thing that you need to know is whatever the number of keys, whatever the number of values, not the keys, whatever the number of values of the key, like 1 2 3 4, so the index you will provide the 4 for that, like a b c d, 4 indexes is there because of the 4 values. For each keys you can count, there are 4 values, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So 4 indexes. So this is how we will create the data frame from 2D dictionary where the values of the dictionaries are listed. Next we will see, this is the point number 1a. Next we will see, the creation of data frame from a 2D dictionary having values as dictionary itself, dictionary object. When the values of the dictionary as dictionary itself, then how it will be written. Again the same example I have taken here, which I have make you understand in the slides. The same example is here. Dict1, the name of the dictionary is Dict1. Sales and marketing are the 2 keys, and name, age, gender is the inner dictionary's keys, and inner dictionary's values are Nitin, 23 and M. Then what will be the outer dictionary's value? Which is the outer dictionary's value? First of all you should know what is the outer dictionary keys. The outer dictionary's keys are sales, marketing, and the outer dictionary's values are name, Nitin, gender, age 23, gender M. This whole is the value for this key cells. This whole is the value for the key marketing. Clear? This name Nitin, age, gender M is the inner key, inner dictionary, not inner key, inner dictionary. Okay. So here you can see DTFR is the name of the data frame that contains the value of the dict1. So pd.dataframe dict1, here as a comment line, keys of inner dictionary make the indexes and keys of outer dictionary make the column. What are the keys of outer dictionary? The keys of the outer dictionary is sales and marketing. That means that there will be the 2 column in this data frame because there are 2 keys. And how many rows will be there? Name Nitin, name, age, gender. These 3 will be the row index, or you can say simply the rows. So inner dictionaries key, that is name, age, gender, will become the indexes. Indexes means rows. Don't confuse. Whenever in the data frame indexes term will be written, it means it is a rows. So here I have written a print string keys of inner dictionary. The same thing I have written so that you don't get confused while the output will come. And at last print DTFR. So this way you will write the program, you will execute this, and you will check the output here. You can say that the output keys of inner dictionaries make the index and keys of outer dictionary make the columns. Why it is coming? Because the first print is this one, so this particular line is coming. So sales and marketing are the 2 keys of outer dictionary. So this has the columns. Sales and marketing is the columns, and name, age, gender is the indexes, or you can say the row index. So the first in this row index, name, age, gender, the values are Nitin 23M, Neha 24M. You can see Nitin 23M is the values for this cells, Nitin 23 and M, and Neha 24 and F are the values for the marketing. So Neha 24F is the values for the marketing. Name Nitin Neha, name Nitin Neha, age 23, 24, and gender M and F. So this is the output. So 2 output, 1 print starting from here because of this print, and another print DTFR. And it is very clearly written that keys of inner dictionary make the indexes. So inner dictionary's keys were name, age, and gender. So these 3 were the indexes, you can say, or these 3 were the row indexes. So this is the way you will create the data frame using 2D dictionary, where the values will be either list in the first case, and in the second case, in the case of B, the 2D dictionary's value is the dictionary object itself. So this is the way for creating the data frame using 2D dictionary. Next we will see the second way for creating the dictionary. So the second way is creating a data frame object from list of dictionaries, or oblique list, means it can be a list or it can be a dictionary. In the first case it was creating a data frame object using 2D dictionary, and here creating a data frame object using list of dictionaries, or simply a list. So when we will pass, now I think it is clear to you what is the meaning of pass here. When we pass list of dictionaries to a data frame function, it will create a data frame object such that the inner dictionary's keys will become the column and the inner dictionary's value will become the rows. And default indexes are assigned to rows as 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. That means here we are creating the data frame with the help of list of dictionaries. Means the data frame is not based on the one dictionary, but it is the collection of dictionaries. So here we will see as an example that topper A, roll, name, marks, means topper A is the name of the dictionary or the name of the list. What? It is the name of the dictionary because dictionary elements are placed under the curly bracket. So topper A is the first dictionary where keys are roll, name and marks. Topper B is again the second list which contains the same keys roll, name, marks. Topper C is the third dictionary which contains again the roll, name, marks as the key. And These three are the dictionary. So this dictionary's keys are role, name and marks. And what about the values? The first dictionary, topper A, contains 34 as the value for the key role, Pawan as the value for the key name, and 97.6 is the value for key marks. For the second dictionary, topper B, contains 21 as the value for the role key, Ritik is the value for the name key, and 98 is the value for the marks key. And for the topper C, the same way. Now I have created toppers equal to, means I have created the list here. How you will consider that it is a list? Because again, topper A, topper B, topper C contains the value inside this square bracket. Clear? So this is the list. So toppers is the name of the list which contains topper A, topper B, topper C, which is a dictionary. So it is actually a list of dictionaries. Topper A, first dictionary, topper B, second dictionary, topper C, third dictionary. So what does it mean? It means that these three are the list, or you can say this is a list of the dictionary. Why it is termed as list of dictionaries? Because these all dictionaries are placed under this square bracket. Square bracket contains the values and it is known as list. So it is a list of dictionaries. So don't confuse the name. Topper A, topper B, topper C is dictionary, and toppers here is the name of the list. And I passed toppers as a list, toppers list as an argument for the data frame function. Means DTFR is the name of the data frame and pd.dataframe toppers. Through this command, through this script, we are creating the data frame and the arguments passed here as the dictionary, list of dictionary. This toppers, no, it doesn't contain only the one dictionary, it contains three dictionary. That means it is a list of dictionary. So you can now understand what I have written. Created a data frame object. We are creating a data frame object name as DTFR from list of dictionary, and toppers is the list of dictionary. Clear? So we will see how it will be written programmatically in Python IDLE. Here you can say that creating a data frame object from a list of dictionaries oblique list. Topper A, topper B, topper C were the three dictionaries, and these three dictionaries I have passed, these three dictionaries contains the item of the list. That means you can say toppers is the name of the list which contains list of dictionaries. Toppers is the, so here as a comment line also I have written toppers is the name of the dictionary which contains the list of the dictionary, and DTFR is the name of the data frame object, and this data frame object is created by passing toppers, and toppers is the name of the list. So list is passed as argument of the data frame. So all the keys of inner dictionary will become the column of the data frame. So when you will execute this, you can see here the output. Role, name, marks is the column of the data frame, and which itself is a keys of the dictionary. Role, name, marks were the keys, and by default 0, 1, 2 is coming as a row index or simply the indexes. 34, 21, 44, Pawan, Ritik, Amit and marks 97.6, 98 and 98.6 is the values for the respective keys. So in this way you will create the data frame object through the list of dictionaries, or by the help of list of dictionaries. So first you will create the dictionaries, and you will take the dictionary as an item of the list, and at last you will pass the list as an argument of the data frame. Once again, topper ABC is the name of the dictionary. This topper ABC is now the element of the list toppers, and toppers list is passed as an argument of data frame. So the purpose solve that creating a data frame object from a list of dictionaries. So toppers is the list of dictionaries, or simply you can say it is a list. Output you have seen, the keys will come as an column of the dictionary. Clear? Third way for creating the data frame is creating a data frame object from 2D array. That means two-dimensional array. So we can pass, or we can also pass a two-dimensional NumPy array to data frame function to create a data frame object. And here the command is, I have created ARR1 as the name of the array. So we have used the function array for creating the array, and this array element contains the value as, this array contains the element as 1, 2, 3 is in the first row and 4, 5, 6 is in the second row. So you can say that there are 2 rows and 3 columns. 2 row, this whole is the first row and this whole is the second row. And what are the 3 columns? This 1, 2 and 3 are the 3 columns. So you can say the shape of the array is 2, 3. 2 rows, 3 columns. So this is the first dimension and this is the second dimension. So in the case of 2D array must contains 2 dimensions. This is the first dimension, which is the row, and this is the second dimension, which is the column. So 2 rows, 3 column, 2 rows, 1 rows, 2 rows, 3 column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this way you will create the array and you will pass this array as an argument of data frame. So data frame object we have created, pd.dataframe, and array1. Array1 is the name of the array that we have passed for creating the array. So the above command will create the data frame object as, so when the data frame object will be created, the first dimension passed array creates indexes. That means the 2. This is the first dimension. Passed array creates the indexes or axis equal to 0, and the second dimension passed array will create the column. The second dimension passed array will become the column or axis equal to 1. That means the data frame will have 2 rows and 3 columns. Because no keys is specified, it is not a dictionary, it is an array. In the dictionary we will provide the keys. Because it is an array, so no key is specified, hence the default names are given to indexes and columns, that is 0 onwards. That means for the columns also and for the rows index also, both will take the default name as 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So when you will take the output for this, you will be getting the column as 0, 1, 2 and the rows index as 0, 1. So let us see in program how it will be executed. So it is very simple. Creating a data frame object from 2D array. Import pandas as PD. Import numpy as np. Why we have written here import numpy as np? Because in this script we need this numpy because we have used the function array here for creating the array, and this array function is the function of numpy module or numpy library. That is why we need to import this numpy. So these all things you are already knowing. So ARR1, that is the name of the array, equal to np.array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. DTFR, data frame object, pd.dataframe where array is passed, and print DTFR. When you will execute this, then you can see that 0, 1, 2 will come as a column heading and 0, 1 will come as a row index. You can see here 0, 1, 2 by default column index will come, and here 0 and 1 which is the row indexes, or you can say simply as an index of data frame, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the value for the array. So it has come as a value for the data frame because no key is specified. So by default whatever the names the array contains of a column as well as for a index or for a row, that index name for the column or for the rows is coming as 0, 1, 2, 3. If more values will be there, then it will increase the number of the columns. So this is the way for creating the data frame. Today we have learned the 3 different ways for creating the data frame. In the next video we will see the rest 2 ways for creating the data frame. Till then you revise the things, you note down the things, and you do all the script practically in your system. We will meet you in the next video. Till then, bye, goodbye.